I'm Gianna's mom, and she was always a really healthy child, hardly ever went to the doctor, barely ever got a cold or anything. And around Valentine's Day of 2004,
we first started to see signs that I was getting sick. My mom noticed that my eyes were getting yellow and I was more tired. So we went to the doctor, but she didn't really know. So we went to a few more, and then we found a really good physician, and she said that I needed to get a open liver biopsy. So I got that, and they found that my liver was almost dead. It was failing very rapidly, which was bad.
She was exhausted to do anything. She had very long hair, and she ended up cutting it for locks of love because she didn't have the energy to keep her hair up. So I felt very scared to have a transplant. It sounded so scary to me. Gigi's physician described it to me how fortunate we were because so many children aren't eligible for a transplant, and we had this wonderful option.
And I was on the list for 6 weeks, which is a very short amount of time. It could have been a lot longer. And we had 2 false alarms, but my third call was the perfect match, which was a young boy who had died in a motorcycle accident.
Gigi got to leave the hospital after 10 days. Pretty amazing recovery. And then we had to go back several times a week for checkups, and on one of the checkups the social worker told Gigi that she qualified for receiving a wish from Make-A-Wish Foundation.
After the transplant is when we were introduced to Make-A-Wish by the social worker at the hospital, and I decided that I wanted to give my wish away to the donor family because they had given me so much that I thought that it was the least that I could do to just give something back to them.
It made me feel very proud. I've always been very proud of Gigi, and just, you know, very happy because any trip or anything that we could wish for was just very infinitesimal compared to what Gigi received.
The Make-A-Wish volunteers went out to visit the donor's family, and they did the same thing they did with me. And the donor family decided to have a memorial built in their front yard for their son who passed away.
A few months later, we got another call that invited us to go see the park and meet the family, and we were very honored to do that. I felt like if the roles were reversed, I would want to meet all the children who were helped by my child's organs.
When we were driving to meet the donor family in the car, I was very excited but also nervous because you don't really know what to say and you don't know how it's going to be until you're there and you actually meet them. And when we first got there, we saw the picture of Fernando, and we all just started crying because it's very sad to see whose life was lost, but then it's also happy to know that I could still be living. And we had a very strong connection with the family. They brought us into their hearts, and they just made us feel welcome, like we were just part of their family that they had known forever.
When we got there, the first thing that I saw was a photograph of Fernando, who was a beautiful, vibrant boy, 10 years old when he lost his life. And then the family just hugged us, and we all cried together, and it was just a wonderful experience. Thank you for your donations to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I think the really special thing about Make-A-Wish to our family is that it's like magic. Gigi wished for something unconventional, and it was granted, just like magic. So thank you.
Make a wish, say a prayer, don't be scared to dream. It can be anything, it's your gift. Make a wish. A small request, not when it may be their last. Make a wish, say a prayer, don't be scared to dream. It can be anything, it's your gift. Make a wish.